Hi fans, thanks for calling and checking in on the dreaded D-Rose report. I guess you didn't call when you clicked, didn't you? Both Santino Marella and the Hurricane have been pulled from the official list of the Royal Rumble participants, by the way, according to WWE.com. It's likely Helms was pulled due to the incident that took place a few days ago. And Santino, he may be selling the beating that he received from Jack Swagger this past week. And you know, in my opinion, they're really carding Jack Swagger, John Morrison, and Evan Bourne. They're missing out on some big-time entertainment for us people, and they're just pushing the hell out of these other guys, jamming down our throat, man. I enjoyed Morrison, and especially Evan Bourne. Fantastic. In an interview with Slam Wrestling, by the way, WWE star John Morrison says he didn't know that he was not advertised for the Royal Rumble, saying, "Holy crap," Morrison said, "the whole time I thought I was, but I'm sure I'll be there." Well, we didn't do anything bad. Anyway, in terms of climbing to the main event status, Morrison said, "I think my path has been a slow rise, and I think a lot of people rise too quickly, and they find out that when they get there, I think Sheamus is going to find out that they haven't really earned the respect from WWE Universe or the locker room, that they're going to end up falling flat, falling back down the card, and either walk back up to the top or just fall right off and stay down." I agree with that totally. Let's take CM Punk for a minute. He's kind of doing that. Now, whether it's their fault, I can't say that. It could be just creative. TNA President Dixie Carter was interviewed for the latest issue of the UK Fighting Spirit magazine. Carter spoke at length about Hogan's new role in TNA, and she sees the company going more, or how she sees the company going more. And here's a little bit of what she had to say. Dealing with the big egos in TNA, that was, I guess, a question. "To me, it's not hard at all. I feel if you treat somebody with respect, that's the only way you can win it back." Good saying, but if you work hard, that's the way you respect people. Anyways, and I'm not playing favoritism, like a ball game, and people are different. It was just a bunch of crap for the magazine article. Nothing exciting in it. Said her leadership style versus Vince McMahon's. Says, "I have the philosophy that it may not be right, but I feel that if people are happy personality-wise, they'll work harder for you than if you motivate them, instead of motivating them through fear." Vince motivates them through money. Friends of and fans of Tori Wilson, they're concerned after a disturbing message she posted on her Twitter account last week. The former diva wrote that she was alone in her house and felt scared. So she got out a loaded pistol, took the safety off, and accidentally fired a shot through her bathroom that went through the ceiling. Tori writes that, "Funny story, said last night I was alone, I was scared, so I pulled out a pistol for protection and pulled the safety and let a shot right out of my hands through the bathroom, through the ceiling." She says, "Crazy and glad it didn't kill a dog. It's a shot the ceiling though. Glad." But anyway, I don't know whether she had bad drugs or what it was, but normally people just don't up and get scared for no reason. She never did give a reason. Several people replied asking if she was okay, including Knockout Tara. Tara said, "How scary, be careful." It says, "Call me and let me know you're okay. Everyone's worried about you, especially Sis." Tori replied, "Okay guys, I promise to take a gun handling class. I always say, I was always for gun control. Keep both hands on it." Wednesday night episode of Psych on USA, by the way, wasn't starring John Cena, but had John Cena, did a 4.4 million viewers. Didn't see the rating on it. Matt Hardy noted on his Twitter account he's been working hard on an autobiography. I wonder who's writing. Anyway, he wrote, "I've been working on my future autobiography here and there. It's going to be an amazing book looking at my career and business." He says, I'm going to totally be real about it. And for the record, the book would be something that would happen way down the road, he says. So don't get overly excited, says ha ha. Cincinnati.com had this a little bit of a look into what supposedly happened with Helms and Jericho and stuff. Cincinnati.com had an article up yesterday evening about the arrest of Hurricane Helms and Chris Jericho. Said they noted around 4 a.m. on a Wednesday, a police officer patrolling Crescent Springs saw a group of 5 people being rowdy in a shopping center parking lot. The officer told the group they needed to leave, and some of them got into a cab. This was shortly before the taxi driver pulled over and called 911 after an incident that happened in his back seat. While other reports have came out since then, saying Cincinnati.com noted that Helms ran and was later found by police, but Matt Hardy couldn't be found by the police. It was also mentioned that Matt Hardy was not sober, and as you know, I told you before. And the woman involved is now claiming that the whole thing was blown out of proportion. Actually, she's saying that it was an accident. Helms, I think, hit her with his elbow, and they were playing around, you know, smacking each other, which I can believe that. They're just big kids. Even though they may be close to 40, but they're still big kids. And also, Cincinnati.com said that that a conviction on a misdemeanor charge of public intoxication carries a $25, you hear that, $25, and court costs. Yeah. Helms and, oh, by the way, the court costs $134. And Helms and Jericho can appear in court on February 16th if they want to challenge the charges, or they can just have the charges dismissed by paying $159 total for court date, which is kind of like a traffic ticket. If you want to fight it, go in there and they'll charge you. You probably get found guilty anyway, but if you got an attorney, they'll get you out of some tickets maybe. WWE has released a statement to the paper saying that they assume that the authorities will take proper action if necessary, but decline any further comment about the Cincinnati.com article. Jeff Hardy commented on the situation with these messages on Twitter. He says, sure, TMZ picks up their mugshot, big deal. They're awesome, and why should that be second-guessed over the extremely simple situation? And they got arrested. That's all it was. It's a shame that they care or think that it makes them look bad, or they're amazing. They are amazing employees, he says. Jeff's girlfriend Beth, who is good friends with Matt and Jeff, or rather Matt and Hurricane, wrote on her Twitter account, wow, MMH made the TMZ headlines. Said he's on the scoreboard, so now here's a hilarious story about the nothing. Alright, Wrestling Observer newsletter said the feeling within TNA management isn't happy at all with Scott Hall and Sean Waltman because they will be continuing to use them in storylines that is going on. But people figure that Hall won't work out, but there's a lot of disappointment in Waltman. They kind of knew what to expect with Hall. But Waltman, I don't know, they just figured he would be showing up in better shape, and you know, considering its possibility that it could be his last shot in a major promotion. True. At the last set of Impact tapings, Ric Flair was getting to know the people more and was telling people that he loved being there, and since he felt he was being used by the management right, you know, with doing the AJ Styles deal. Flair was shown a ton of respect backstage, and the wrestlers and agents, and he was real happy with it. So Flair's interview also got race reviews, I don't know what that means, from those in the company. The idea that Flair's character in TNA right now is for him to be kind of an J.J. Dillon of the 2010. I guess that's not race, it's supposed to be rave reviews. Somebody misspelled it, sure ain't me. About 9 minutes. Hulk Hogan and Bischoff will be appearing on Bubba the Love Sponge show, I think it was today at about 12 noon. It's going to call it the first ever State of TNA address. Bubba said on his Twitter account that they're going to be asking questions, taking phone calls from fans. If I find out anything about that, I'll let you know. By the way, Desmond Wolfe's valet, Chelsea. I'll let you know more on her later. I gotta go.